And now, here's Dialogue with Gene Richard, a podcast from Kbze 105.9 FM.
In Thibodaux, Louisiana, downtown Thibodaux, in the historic courthouse, we're doing something a little different this morning. We're bringing dialogue to the outside, and as you well know, we haven't been on for a while, but thanks to the generosity of Howard Castay and 105.9 The Breeze, we're doing a podcast, and we're back on the air, and I want to start with some of the excitement that's going on in town this morning, and I've got head coach Kyle Lasseigne from Edie White, the Edie White Fighting Cardinals this morning in the midst of the playoffs and undefeated. And Kyle, we were just talking, you and I were talking right before there, we were talking about your kids, of course, playing hard, and so far so good.
Yeah. And
tell us, you got a big game coming up this coming Friday with Berwick, and tell us a little bit about yourself and the season and where you hope to end up.
Sure. You know, we're in the middle of district play. This will be our third district game against Berwick, and Berwick's a much improved football team. Got some talent, got some athletes. We currently are sitting around 4 or 5 in the playoff rankings. So if we were to start today, that's probably where we would be, somewhere in that area. Of course, last year we finished first. Got a really good draw, made a run to the state championship, and really a magical season. This year's been a little different. We battled with some injuries. Tremendous amount of injuries all over the place, specifically in our defensive secondary, which was probably our strength last year. And this year, you know, I just left school and said, hey man, we got to find some kids who we're going to put back there. I don't even know, you know, who's going to play free safety today at practice. So it's really been a challenge, but the kids play hard for us, and that's our brand of football. We're kind of anti 7-on-7 football. 7-on-7 is a kind of flag football thing that a lot of people do in the summer, and no linemen involved in that. We try to take advantage of that because we know we're pretty strong up front, and that's our brand of football. We run triple option football, which is also unique. Presents a challenge to our opponent because they haven't seen it very much. Have to prepare for it in a week, and so I think those things kind of give us an advantage. Plus, I think we've got some talent. We've got some talent that maybe we haven't had in a while. All the way up from our 8th graders, all through our seniors. This is a really good senior class. So hopefully we can finish strong. We got 3 games left in the season. Finish strong, be ranked where we need to be in the playoffs, and then go try to make a run.
I know you're busy, and I'll let you go, but before you do, I got 2 questions for you. Number 1, you talk about injuries, but you have been able to overcome that, number 1. Number 2, when you talk about kids in the program, you got an 8th grade team, you got a 9th grade team, you got a junior varsity team, and you got a varsity team. Do you have any young men at Edie White that don't play football?
I tell you what, it's tough to manage. We've got 110 kids.
Wow.
Which is amazing. It's a great problem to have. We don't have enough jerseys to give them all, so we kind of rotate through that. 8th grade kind of runs itself. You know, they're separate from us. So probably in the football program, there's 160 kids, 160 boys. You know, in the school, we're probably 350, so about half the boys participating in football. Great participation. Kids are excited about it. I think we treat them well. I think there's a lot of momentum going on right now, and you got to have 110 when you're going through the amount of injuries that we have right now. But we got some quality kids that, because of the number of kids on our football team, the competition is greater than it ever has been. You know, kids that may have played a lot in certain years, maybe are not starters just because of the numbers of kids out there and the talent that we have. So competition's great. It prepares those kids for situations like this year. When those injuries do come up, we got some kids who are ready to play, and we're not scared to play freshmen and 10th graders on the varsity level. So it's been a really good, interesting. I've learned a lot this season, but hopefully, you know, this senior class could go out with a bang, because they've been a momentum changer in the program.
Boy, No question about it. The second thing, when you talk about the triple option, I would have to think you played the triple option when you were in school.
I did not. I did not. That was before my time. But what happened was Grant Chasson, who's my offensive coordinator now, when he was in school and I was the head coach, that's what we ran. We ran the triple option. I just love the offense. I knew that it would present an offense that opponents didn't see every week, and that's an advantage. We do some things that are still wing T involved, which is Preston Lejeune, Boyd Hebert days, and we're not giving those things up because I think they present a unique challenge to defenses when you can run the triple option, but you also can run some wing T stuff. It's not that difficult to install, and we have linemen that can really do those things for us. So we're going to keep doing that. Everybody wants us to throw the football. You hear it in the stands. Everybody wants you to throw the football. We've been more successful at that this year. We got a really good receiver in Paxton LaFont. Jake Sternfels has really thrown the football well. So, it's not that we don't want to throw the football. It's that if you came and watched us at practice sometimes, you would question our sanity if we did throw the football the way we practice. We run it well. We run it well and we're physical. But we learned last year that if you're going to be successful in the playoffs and you're going to win a state championship at some point, you're going to have to be successful throwing the football. So we worked really hard at that this year.
Kyle Lasseigne with us. I know you're busy. You got to go do another interview at 11:30, huh? Hey, thanks for taking the time to come with us this morning. We appreciate it very much.
Appreciate it.
You have a good day.
Anytime.
Bye-bye.
I'll be good.
Well, hey, everybody. Your old friend is back, and I'm keeping up with technology. Hello, friends. It's Gene Richard, inviting you to join me for Dialogue, a video and audio podcast presented by Kbze 105.9 FM. Look for the podcast on my Facebook page, on the Kbze YouTube page, and on the Thibodaux Now Facebook page. The audio podcast will be available on these social media apps, Podbean and TuneIn. Stay up to date with Thibodaux News on Dialogue, the podcast. We're going to change it up once a week and hopefully more as it grows in viewer and listenership.